In this video, I would like to break the hearsays or some misconceptions about the Singapore entry approval. Let's know the fact about top 10 most hearsays about Singapore entry approval. Number 1. Can we apply for entry approval via third country while the pass holder is in India? Yes. Many misconceptions that the pass holder need to travel to third country before applying for entry approval. It is not mandatory. Your company HR can apply entry approval via third country while you are in India. All the possible third country routes can try, no harm. Currently, countries like Serbia, Maldives, Qatar, Dubai, few Schengen countries is open for India to enter to Singapore. You may travel to third country and then apply for entry approval as well. It's not wrong, but it is based on your own risk. Singapore does not guarantee the entry approval for everyone, and most of the tourist visa for Indians are only 30 days, and you may need to extend if need to stay further. Those formalities are not sure. So if you are willing to spend money and to take risk, go to the third country and then apply for the entry approval. It's up to your choice. Number 2. Does Singapore issues new IPA for EP Pass dependent pass holders? Yes. Singapore issuing new IPA for EP Pass dependent pass work permit, and it is not stopped due to COVID-19. Only the entry approval is very difficult. So new IPA is all depends on your company willingness to hire you, in which sector you are working, how many number of local Singapore citizen PR holders working in their company. These all are the matters determining your pass approval, not the COVID. Number 3. How to calculate the 21 days to stay away from India? Travel history 21 days away from India should exclude your departure and arrival date in the third country and your departure and arrival day in Singapore. It means one should need at least 23 days to reach from India to Singapore via third country. But again, it may varies depend upon your flight and the transit time. Next, S-Pass dependent pass holders can apply via third country. Yes. EP S-Pass dependent pass holders can apply via third country for entry approval. Applying via third country is a general lane. Anybody can apply through the Safe Entry portal, can get entry approval, are all allowed to enter to Singapore. Traveling via third country is very expensive and risky. So it's your choice and your company willingness to bring you to Singapore via third country. Next point, flight booking with same airline for entire trip. I heard some of the travel agents forcing people to book the expensive flight to travel from India to third country and then third country to Singapore in a same airline, same flight. It is not at all mandatory. You can choose any cheapest flight to travel from India to the third country and then from that country to Singapore at your convenient, at your best price of the airline. So Singapore is not checking that you are coming with the same airline or not. One point to consider, while you going to Singapore, your flight transit should match your entry approval. While you apply for the entry approval, you need to specify which country you going to transit. So you need to transit via the same country, not via the flight. Flight is not mandatory, only the transit country is mandatory. Next point, you don't need to have a return ticket when you travel to the third country like Maldives, Serbia, Dubai or Qatar. When you boarding in from India, you need to show your valid IPA or existing pass and the safe entry approval and the confirmed flight ticket booking from third country to Singapore is sufficient. No need the return ticket. Next, Singapore SIM card and mobile number. Those who already worked in Singapore or having a valid Singapore mobile number is not an issue. Those who first time traveling or to travel without Singapore mobile number, valid mobile number, no need to worry. All you need is any valid mobile number which is contactable both via calling and WhatsApp is okay. After you reach Singapore, a local Singapore mobile number is mandatory. You may ask your HR or your family or friends to buy a local mobile SIM card and to deliver to your quarantine hotel. Before you departure, you need to provide your mobile number in two places, in the Singapore arrival card and for the QR code booking, but they will not send you any confirmation or contact. But after you reach here, once you get the Singapore mobile number, you can update in the forms.sg, then they will start contacting you using the local Singapore number. So prior to travel, Singapore mobile number is not so mandatory. Next, entry approval slot availability. Entry approval slot is open only for 1 month. So you need to make all your travel arrangements including obtaining entry approval within 1 month. I know this is a very tight schedule, but have to manage it. Next, IPA can extend how many times? Usually IPA can extend only one time for 2 months. There is a recent statement from Singapore that IPA for S-Pass can extend up to 6 months, but I have not seen anybody got this extension as per this statement or not. There are very rare cases that IPA extension got more than one time, but you can try, it's not a harm. Then the last question, this is the most expected question. When can travel from India to Singapore directly? Currently, Singapore citizens and PR holders can travel directly. They are never stopped. All other pass holders are not allowed to travel directly. Recently, the local cases in Singapore is rising very sharply last 2-3 weeks. Also, in other hand, their vaccination peoples and their rate also increasing. So it may take a longer time to open border to travel directly. I read news that there is some high-level talk between the governments to relax the border for Indians to travel directly. So hopefully, maybe in late November or December or beginning of the next year, there is some positive news can be expected. But as of now, it is no. Thanks for watching this video.